It's old Santa again, checking in from the North Pole. Today I'd like to tell you the story of Timmy and the Thomas trains. One time I received a letter from a little boy named Timmy. Now normally, Timmy had been a pretty good little boy. Let me read you his letter because there's a good lesson in it for all you boys and girls. Dear Santa, all I want for Christmas this year is Thomas the Tank Engine. I love Thomas, but if I'm really good, could I also maybe get Henry and James this year? I think I've been a pretty good boy. See what you can do. Love, Timmy. Now that's a nice letter. Timmy wasn't asking for a lot, and normally that's a pretty easy request. But what Santa knew was that little Timmy hadn't been very nice to his little brother and sisters that year. In fact, he was kind of a rascal. He would tease them and make them cry, especially his little sister Megan. So I gave Timmy a little test. I wrote back to him and told him that I would consider his request for the Thomas trains, but I needed something from him in return. My only request was that he be nicer to his brother and sister. No more teasing, no more fighting, no more making them cry. It was time to be a nice little boy and make it easier on his mom and dad too. So over the next few weeks, I paid close attention to little Timmy. 'Cause you know old Santa knows who's naughty and who's nice. Well, guess what? Timmy listened to old Santa and started being nicer to his whole family. He stopped teasing brother and sister, even started helping his mom and dad with the chores. That's all I needed to see. Little Timmy got Thomas, Henry, and James. And I even threw in Gordon for good measure. So what's the lesson, boys and girls? It's better to be nice than naughty, 'cause old Santa is always watching. And not just so you can get more Christmas presents. No! You want to be a nice, kind person, because that's the way you want others to treat you back. That's the same lesson I teach all the elves here at the North Pole. 'Cause remember, Santa is always watching. Make sure to check in with Santa again soon for another Christmas story. Well, it's time for old Santa to get back to work. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! To all and to all a good night.